Welcome to Abuse Exposed, a podcast about the secret of abuse. Each episode, we deliver intriguing Christian and personal experiences on abuse and how to overcome it. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional mental or medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified mental health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical or mental condition. Now, here's your host, live from Texas, ISpeakMotivate.
Hello. This is ISpeakMotivate, and welcome to episode 22, which is titled, Who Am I? And the reason why it's titled that, because in abusive relationships, a lot of times we lose our identity. And we're going to give you some signs from harleytherapy.co.uk, the Harley Therapy Counseling blog. They have great information. If you want to read it in totality, go there. Now, what is identity really? Our identity is the way we define ourselves. This includes our values, our beliefs, and our personality. It also encompasses the roles we play in our society and family, our past memories, and our hopes for the future, as well as our hobbies and interests. Most of these things can, of course, change. We can switch jobs, move to a different community, or experience life-changing circumstances that challenge our beliefs. So then how do we know our identity is or isn't real and stable? To have a solid identity, we need to be able to see that we are the same person in our past as we are now and as we will be in the future. We need to feel the same no matter what our environment. So meaning, not saying that you won't grow and progress, just saying your foundation is the same unless you went through a major life change to actually become who you truly are. Now, a person without a sense of identity, however, can instead feel a disconnect from who they have been and or no sense as who they will become next. Now, this is going to be 7 signs that you lack a sense of identity. Number 1, you change with your environment. If you work at one job and everyone is studious and quiet, you'll be studious and quiet. If your next job requires you to be chatty and upbeat, it will soon seem as if you are always the social type. It's as if you are more formed by your environment than your own choices and personality. Relationships mold you. Number 2. Not only are you likely the sort who feels entirely bereft without a relationship, when you do get into one, you change your hobbies and appearance to your partner. You will convince yourself that what they like is what you really like, but you just didn't know it. Even if you have just gone from wearing black and listening to classical to wearing cowboy boots and listening to country, and if your partner doesn't like things, you'll give them up, down to changing your friends sometimes. Number 3, you often have radical shifts in your opinion. This can include big things like political and religious beliefs or just your opinion on popular culture and things like food and fashion. You might even find you change your mind from day to day and never know what you'll agree with next. Whether you realize it or not, you will be changing your opinion to give others what they want. Even if you are disagreeing with someone, on a certain level, you ascertain they like a challenge, so present an opinion that allows for debate. Number 4, you don't like being asked about yourself. It makes you feel uncomfortable when people ask too many questions about yourself. Perhaps you have developed good tactics for avoiding this, like changing the subject or turning questions around on the other person, then just agreeing with them. Number 5, you get bored easily. At the heart of not having an identity is often a restlessness, as if you're afraid to settle down in case you commit to the wrong thing that makes your life worse instead of better. The truth is, as much as you want to know who you are, there is a fear of knowing too. Number 6, your relationships don't run deep. If you aren't sure who you are, you can have a fear that others will find out that you're actually nothing much, and then not like you. So there can be a lot of self-protection going on that prevents real connection with others. Even if you tend to attract a lot of friends and are often in a relationship, you will likely suffer a fear of intimacy. You might also have troubles holding on to a relationship or social circle for too long, or find you hang around with people who control you and tell you what to do. Number 7, deep down, you don't trust yourself. If you don't know who you are, and you have surprised yourself in the past with your own quick decisions and sudden changes of opinions, you can feel that you can't even trust yourself. So, with these 7 signs, do you feel as if you don't have an identity? And for years and years and years, I have suffered with this because we're used to serving other people and becoming other people to make them happy and to make them and hope that they love us, you know? And so it's hard transitioning, and you do have that fear of, oh my gosh, I'm scared to get to know who I am. And it could be a subconscious thing every time I try to know who I am, then someone actually took it away. They took it away in a negative way, such as, being abused. Every time you try to get to know yourself, it is associated with pain subconsciously. And you know what that means. We have to go to counseling. We have to get that therapy done. We just have to in order for us to grow. So here we go. Why do I lack a sense of identity? Psychologists connect a lack of identity to our childhoods. If we didn't hit the right markers of psychological and emotional growth, we can be left an adult who lacks a raw idea of who they are. So, your homework for today is to figure out about yourself. What do you love? What do you hate? Are you religious? Are you not? Do you care about politics? Do you want to be a part of a specific party? You're okay with being neutral, or you just don't care, period? Do you like fashion, or you just don't care? Do some homework today and try to figure out more of who you are. Are you introverted? Are you extroverted? Are you an ambivert? Who are you? That's the greatest thing ever, is to know who you are. Because when you have an identity, it is harder for those to break you when you know who you are. Because you're confident. You have great confidence in yourself and in who you are. And you'll be able to move forward. Because I can be honest, I used to be that girl that when I was in a relationship, you like basketball, I like basketball. You like hockey, I like hockey. You like short hair, I like short hair. You like long hair, I like long hair. You like this particular food, I like this particular food. Just because I wanted someone to love me so bad that I would just forget all of my passions and just do what they want, just to make sure we stay in love, and then we maintain a connection and we have a connection. But the thing is, with real love, no matter the differences or the similarities, when someone loves you, it's unconditional. Just because you don't like tacos, they're not going to be like, it's done. And that's the thing we have to notice with these type of people that are abusive. Why are they getting so angry over simple things? That's not love. If someone tries to strip your identity, that's not love. So that's why the homework today is to find out your identity. And part of finding out your identity is on what we spoke about, I believe, last week, which is having healthy boundaries. So in parting and part of your homework, which was last week's as well, is writing down your boundaries that you have for yourself, your non-negotiables that you will stick to no matter what, that you won't waver on. So do that homework. Find out who you are. Do some things that you're afraid to do that you think are fun, because you never know. You can be really great at it, but fear will stop you and you'll never know that that's a potential passion. So again, always remember to be you.
Thanks for joining us this week on Abuse Exposed. Make sure to subscribe to our show in Apple Podcasts and other social media platforms at Abuse Exposed so you never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on Apple Podcasts. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Thanks for being a part of the community.